Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Got me?
yeah.
Bang. Well, let's go. We're on.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
We need the intro. Welcome back. But some exciting news. We've got the intro for this or that.
Oh, do we? Oh, I missed that. All right, let's do it.
This or that.
Oh, I love it.
Is that your voice?
No, that's not me.
Okay.
Me? When did I do that?
You didn't even know it was you.
Oh, I just did like a fake one.
You
and
did a
you've,
fake one.
And you've
That's
incorporated
sweet.
it. Oh, that works.
That's when you know
Nice.
the craft's good is when
Yeah.
you're just taking the piss kind of
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
turns out well.
Just organic craft.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We love the craft. All right, this or that this week
This or that.
is Russell Stover.
Okay.
Russell Stover.
How you spell that?
Well, Russell and then Stover.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like a
is
stove,
Russell
but
Stover,
no,
an American chocolate manufacturer founded in 1923.
Hang on, like there's a brand called Russell
Yeah,
Stover.
that's option one.
That's option one.
Or is he, or they, or it,
Hang on. Has he given it away?
Clues.
a bronze-winning Australian athlete competing in the Barcelona Olympic Games in 1992 in the sailing discipline.
You love your athlete comparison.
Yeah.
Last week was an athlete as well.
Yeah. All right. So a bronze medal winning Australian sailor.
Yep.
Or a chocolate brand.
No,
So it's like Darryl Lee, but it's called Russell Stover.
but then it's like, yeah, wait, what are you thinking?
Terrible chocolate brand name. I'm locking in the sailor personally.
I'm gonna go the chocolate.
All right.
Okay.
We're split.
It is a chocolate brand.
No way. It's a chocolate
Yes, it
brand.
is. Yep.
I can't buy a win.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
We've got to go back through the last 3 episodes. Has all the correct answers been the first one you've said?
Maybe that's what he's
No.
trying. He's trying to get in your head.
Don't overthink it, mate. There's not that many.
No, but I'm saying every
Not
time
that
I've
sloppy with
gone,
the crumbs, mate.
I've gone for the second word said. So maybe I'm onto something
Yeah.
here.
You found a pattern.
Yeah.
Nah,
flaw.
I reckon I
I
have
don't think so.
All right.
a flaw.
Anyway, bad luck.
Well done.
Bad luck, Rollo.
Bad luck, Rollo, on multiple fronts because I've had a shocker. But Harry, you have had one of the best moments of your career. I think it's easy to say. You happy with that?
Yeah, it was
No, he's flat.
He's so
flat. Yeah,
Funny.
But from an individual perspective, of course, you had those great finals last year. But in terms of moments,
Yeah, it's obviously it's hard to describe, but when you're actually in the moment, like, and this sounds really cliche, but it's just very not just like another moment, but I don't think you probably understand like how good of a win that was or a moment until like after, like a few days after, maybe.
retrospect.
Yeah, even like I remember the 2022 game against Collingwood, like the round 23 game. During the moment while the ball was bounced, like it was just kind of like another game. Like you understood it was important, but then like we walked off, and in the weeks to follow, it was like that was one of the best home and away games ever.
Yeah.
Like in the moment, you're not really thinking that, but yeah, it was a cool moment. Yeah, it was a really good win and important for our season. So that was the most important part. But yeah, it was nice to, I guess, have a good moment late. But yeah, more importantly, the way we came back, and Vossy told us yesterday it was the second biggest comeback in Carlton history.
Really?
Wow, is that right?
Yeah. So again, it didn't really necessarily feel like that, but a cool game to be a part of. And I reckon similar to that Collingwood game, it'll be one to look back in the future. Look back in the past and think that was a cool game to be part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should hear it because I'm sure if you're listening to this podcast, you're aware that Harry kicked the winning goal against the Brisbane Lions, a 46-point comeback up at the Gabba, heavily against all odds. And this is the Triple M call of Harry nailing it.
Curnow? Mackay, the big Carlton forwards. Harry's got it. Mackay got in front of Andrews. And how massive is this? The Coleman medal winner from 2021 to give Carlton the lead back. And Harry Mackay slotted it home. And look at him go. He's got 3. Carlton fans are out of their chair, and Mackay is pumped.
How cool is
Everyone
that?
was saying, like, they were like, "Oh, how much top speed did you clock up when you were running and you sprinted after the goal?" Yeah, that was pretty good by Das.
Had you ever kicked a match winner before, up until that point?
So I got asked that after the game by a gentleman representing the age, and I said probably 4 or 5 in junior footy, but there's no proof, so I'm going to roll with that. But can't remember too many. maybe once or twice, but yeah, none probably senior footy.
None that late in the game, maybe when because that was as far as game on the line stuff goes, it was the difference. 2 minutes left.
Yeah. Not that I can remember, but again, in the moment, it's not, you're not necessarily thinking like, all right, this is like,
I know what
this
you
is
mean,
a kick to win it. It's like you don't actually know how long's left. Like it's just there's so many more moments that could happen as well.
Yeah,
so it's like
it's a good point.
that's what I mean. In retrospect, you think back, oh, that was a huge moment, but right in the present, it's like, all right, obviously this is important, but there's still so much that can happen.
Yeah.
Who knows what can happen? So, it's like in those close games, even that last minute, I reckon the most calm people, not any person watching or is the players. Like you're so calm because even speaking to like some people from the club or mum and dad or fans, like, oh, I was like so nervous, like watching that last minutes, my heart was racing. But as a player, like because you have some control, you're actually really calm.
Yeah.
And again, you probably don't maybe appreciate the moment necessarily until afterwards because you're just so present. Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
You know what I
completely
mean?
agree. Yeah, I think it's well said.
Yeah.
Summed up really well.
Because you just know, like, we're going to do this, we've got to be set up here, this is how we need to execute it. So it's very, like, process.
Yeah.
what
We
you
have
actually out there.
And
you have
You got some control, yeah.
And 2 point earlier, you know there's another moment coming. You had a moment, with 15 seconds left when you were able to get a hand on it. So although the moment you kicked it was great, you know there's something else going to come up in the next 2 minutes or whatever. So, yeah.
Well, football in its essence is, like, just the ability to move on to the next moment. So it's like, even after that goal was kicked, it was like, all right, what do we got to do now? We've got a minute left.
Yeah.
We need to get this structure right. We need to do this. When we exit, we need to do this. So it's like, you just got to be moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've received so many messages. So thanks to everyone who's got in touch. And after Friday night, this one from Bailey sums it up perfectly.
I love you, Harry.
Perfect. There's been a lot of that.
Thanks, Bailey.
A lot of love coming through on the text line. So thank you to everyone who's been in touch. And we should delve into it. So going back to the first quarter and a half, I suppose, it got out to 46 points. The Lions were red hot. It looked like a team that was breathing fire, really wanted to stamp their authority on the 2024 season. And things must have been really worrying. Did it feel like this is beyond us at any point?
They definitely were impressive early, and they came out and kind of went whack, and before you knew it, it was 5 or 6 goals. I didn't feel like, obviously you've been in part of games in the past where you just feel like, all right, this is like, we're not on today at all.
Yeah.
Didn't necessarily feel like that. And then obviously you got out to 45, 46 points in that second quarter. But even in that second quarter, I felt like we started playing a bit more our way. And then in the last 10 minutes, there was a real momentum shift, I reckon. Even we only kicked 1 or 2 goals, but the way we were playing, our system started to kick in a little bit and just felt like the momentum shifted. So we went into halftime feeling a bit better about the situation.
Do you reckon there was, little half moments that you guys were able to capitalise on that sort of was able to kickstart you guys? Or like what, I know it's hard to put a finger on it, but did you feel like the moments were there, you just weren't, making the most of it? Or was it, half moments, little things that just, got the momentum going?
Well, first quarter, I reckon, as I said, they were really sharp, and they would seem to be taking all those little half moments and we were just like a half step off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But in the second quarter, we were playing more our way, and our brand, which didn't necessarily equate to goals straight away, but we felt like we were back in the contest a bit.
Yep.
And then, we kicked a couple late in the second quarter, and then we're really, it was actually a good vibe at halftime. Coach is always so calm, and it's always process. It's never like, all right, we're 40 points down, like, let's spray you. It's like, this is the process. We're actually doing these things pretty well. Let's go again in the second half. Yeah. And then that that third quarter was similar vibes to like the opening quarter and the prelim. It was just like, we felt like we were really powerful and really good fun.
Is there anything better when everything just feels like it's clicking? You've
so
both
good.
obviously been
it's
part
like
of it
that
before.
flow kind of just, you feel like you're just walking on, what's that saying? Walking on
a cloud.
Yeah, I don't know.
A dream.
Yeah. Walking on a dream.
Yeah, it's a song, isn't it?
How does it go?
You just said it. Walking on a dream.
Empire of the Sun.
Yeah.
It's a really cool feeling.
Yeah.
And just when everyone's like just humming and
Synergy.
Yeah.
Every pass is hitting.
It's a cool feeling.
Yeah. Because there's nothing worse when it's going the other way.
You just feel like you're on an island.
These blokes cannot miss.
Yeah.
God, how frustrating. But yeah, it's so cool. And then I do want to ask about Vossy because he was the coach of the Lions back in 2013 when they won the Miracle on Grass, it's known as, that 52-point comeback against Geelong.
Yeah, was he coaching then?
Yeah, that was his last year, one of his last games as Lions coach. And he was involved in a lot of comebacks at the Lions. And now that you've had a few coaches under your belt in this AFL system, is there something Vossy does that brings a calmness to the playing group more than another coach?
As I said before, it's very like process based. So it's not like we're looking at the scoreboard and that's how we're going to dictate what message we say to the players. It's very much like, all right, this is how the game's going. We actually are playing, our defense is actually pretty solid, tied up with these couple of things. Vossy is so good at never like acts on like emotion to the players, very calculated and calm, and very like his presence is just soothing is the right word, or just very calm. Like he has this presence of calmness and always instills belief in us. And then during the week, like then that's the time to, all right, boys, like challenge us on this, or when we've seen all the data. But he's very good at not carrying emotion when he's talking to us in the breaks. Very calculated.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's emotion around passion and inspiring us, and he does that as good as anyone I've ever met. But there's no rash messages or anything. This is very calm.
Yeah.
And I think there's always a belief, and we've done it quite well now, that in close games we can get it done, and that's a really cool feeling as well.
Yeah, it must be.
But he said to us after the game, like, again, it's hard to kind of fathom what type of win that is straight after the game, but he's like, trust me, like you'll look back on this one, and that was a bloody good win.
Yeah.
So when he says that, it was pretty cool.
Absolutely. And we should go back to the moment quickly, because obviously your kicking form was one of the biggest talking points last year, and which obviously you worked so hard on. You tried your best to ignore all the noise about it, but there must have been something really satisfying about having a huge moment like that and then just flushing it. And you kicked really well all night with 3-1 in the end. You had one you probably could have kicked, but
I had like a quick snap on the run that I should have kicked. I think a few people have asked that, but for me, I don't think it's necessarily about like that'll shut people up about kicking.
Payback.
Or like, for me, it's like, just because I kicked well on the weekend, like that doesn't mean that next week you're going to kick well. And just because I didn't execute really well at times last year, it doesn't mean that you can't execute well going forward. Like it's just, there's just ebbs and flows with footy. And as I said, like the ability to, like, none of that stuff is ever personal. And this week, because you kicked a winning goal, doesn't mean you're a rock star, even though people say you're awesome. You're not awesome. And like when they said you suck and you're letting your family down, whatever it is, like that's not actually true either. Like it's just, they're talking about, it's never personal. It's just part of the job. And I think I've probably been able to do a pretty good job just staying, I guess, level through it all. Yeah. As I said, like just because you have one good moment doesn't mean next week you're or for the rest of the year, you're gonna kick perfectly. Like I'll miss for the rest of the year, but I'll be comfortable as long as I said last week, my process is really good and I'm committing to the kick. Then whatever happens. And in that moment, it was no different. I was like, all right, this is a big moment. I'm excited, like a bit nervous, whatever, but I'm going to make sure my routine is really solid and I'm going to commit to the kick. And whatever happens, as long as I did that, I'll be able to sleep well at night.
So pragmatic about it all. Just like,
it's good hearing that, isn't it?
It is. But it's so like emotionless, which is so
I think you have to
good.
be, man.
But then it's like it's emotionless in that process. But then it's like, I reckon people maybe if they've kicked like big goals, they'll be like, no, I wasn't feeling any pressure. I was just like a robot. But that's all rubbish, BS as well. Like, of course, as I said, you're going to be a bit nervous. You're excited. Like, what a cool moment. Like, you're not trying to get rid of any of that. Like, that's always going to be there. But your ability to, as I said, accept it, and then focus on, all right, in this moment, there's big moment, so much going on, but I just need to really focus on making sure I've nailed my 30 seconds in terms of stability, and then have momentum and committing to the kick, and then whatever happens.
Nice. It was such a big win. So knocking off a grand finalist at home with the injuries you've had, a lot of big players that are going to come back. Yeah. A bit of an easier run. I don't want to be disrespectful to the next three clubs you play, but none of them made finals, I believe, thinking ahead. So it's a really good way to set up your season. So it must be so exciting for Carlton fans and inside the club as well. Yeah. Cooper from Middle Park had a question we're going to play.
Hi, Ben and Harry. My name's Cooper and I live in Middle Park. I have a question for you, Harry. How did you feel when you kicked that winning goal against Brisbane? I flew all the way to watch you play. I'm really proud of you. Go Blues.
Thank you very much, Cooper.
Awesome.
That's great.
That's cool.
Oh, I love it.
Well, as we just touched on, it was a pretty cool moment. But thank you very much for coming up. It was a really
How's the crowd?
What was the
It was
crowd
amazing
split?
again.
It was hard to tell on TV, but was it
would have
50-50
been
or
40-60 probably.
Carlton to Brisbane?
Yeah.
Yeah. But how cool are the Blues Brothers
Mate,
behind?
that was
what?
actually
What is
so
that?
cool.
Like, I
What
don't-
is that?
Yeah.
It's amazing. I reckon it would be like
is that?
a few of us boys were saying after the game, like, it would be cool to start like a
a Barmy
If it was-
Army sort of thing.
But like, imagine if it was
Yeah.
like 70,000 on Thursday night at the G, all wearing that blue kit.
Yeah.
Like, that would look so cool.
Yeah.
Similar to what they do with the APL with the t-shirts and stuff.
yeah,
It was an amazing vibe. I loved it.
It should be part of the merch.
Yeah.
Carlton should capitalise on this because it looks so sick.
Mate, it was
it
so
stood- it stood out.
awesome.
Yeah.
All the players were talking about it. We loved it. It was amazing.
So they were Queensland members or something. They just organised.
Well, apparently, so Cookie was saying today that they're like they do it for the cricket, so they dress up in for the Gabba test. But one of the head leaders was like a Carlton fan, so they decided to do it for the
right.
Carlton
Yeah.
game. It was really cool.
They're really overrepresented Carlton fans up in Queensland. Being from there, I remember every Carlton game up there was always like, geez, where all these blokes come
Yeah.
from?
There you go.
So that brings us, it's a good segue to Robbie Williams, who has once again posted on his Instagram. I love that he's still kept in touch
Yeah.
with AFL. And he asked this.
Mackay! He's done it! He crossed the side.
We beat Brisbane in Brisbane. Tears from my eyes. I want one of those tops. Hold on. One of those tops. Have one of those tops, please, Vossy. Come on, the lads.
It's so good. I love his
Going
videos.
straight to Vossy. Vossy's got 20 of them.
Yeah. Bossy, we get it done.
That's
for him.
brilliant.
Yeah, that's
We-
awesome.
We said how much of a legend Robbie Williams was, didn't we?
we must have. I
Yeah, we
can't
did.
wait.
No, but the-
Because a few boys went down and
Yeah, and he was like the most lovely bloke, like really asked heaps of questions, like
Yeah.
really interested in all of them, and was like really generous with his time.
He's a big sport lover. So
Yeah.
it's cool to see him embrace it.
Does he have a soccer team? Is that right?
He's a
Is
big Tottenham
Tottenham, is
man
it? Yeah.
because he was singing about Ange
Ange, that's
Postecoglou.
cool.
Yeah.
That's right.
But geez, I remember he performed at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane wearing a Jonathan Brown Guernsey one night.
Did he?
I'm like,
Yeah.
righto, mate. So get off the bandwagon. We had more questions about the game, and we'll get on to Essendon shortly, Ben. But this one is for you.
Hey guys, Laura from Melbourne here. My question is actually for Ben. Were you watching the game on Friday night and were you nervous for Harry with his final goal? Go Blues.
Where were you?
Yeah, it's just funny. I thanks for the question, Laura. I'd organised to go down to Phillip Island. So Taylor's mum and dad own a place down there. So Taylor and we had the weekend off, so we thought we'd go down. We'd had a big day Friday at training and whatnot. So headed down. We thought we'd watch the first half at least and see what happened. And it was obviously a pretty poor start from you blokes, but like we'll drive down. And so we had the radio on. I never listened to the radio, but like we had the radio on. And yeah, it was getting towards the end, and I had a feeling something was going to happen for you, like in a good way.
Oh, that's nice.
Just had an inkling. I said to Taylor, I was like, something's going to happen for Harry here, good, bad or indifferent. And then yeah, we listened to it, like we had the volume up. It was pretty cool actually. So we listened to it in the car radio for the second half. So didn't actually watch it live, but yeah, made sure we watched the replay in the last couple of minutes when we got home. So
That's awesome. You got to
Yeah.
experience it live, though.
yeah, as if like you're an actual fan, like just
Yeah.
in the car. So that was
Oh,
cool.
footy on the radio. Like, I'm involved in producing it, but like, it's brutal to listen to. You're trying so hard to picture where the
Yeah,
ball
Yeah, I
is.
was trying
It's
to think like,
oh,
what end would it be at? Like what? Like it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It
weird.
was about 75 out, right on the boundary.
yeah, and you know, like it was obviously a big moment. It's like, oh, where did he kick it from? How was the mark? I was thinking about the mark first. Like
It's a good
how
mark.
how did he got it? Like how did he craft it? Basically, that was
Yeah.
my first thought.
yeah.
And then watch the highlights. So that was a cool moment.
No.
Yeah, it was different experience to listen to on the radio, but it was cool.
That's cool. Another question from Stacy.
Hey guys, Stacy from Bundoora here. My question is for Roller. Roller, when you saw Harry lining up for goal to kick the sealer, what were you thinking? Were you going for your team? Were you going for Harry when he kicked it? How did you feel? It would have just, oh my God, congratulations Harry, it was amazing, go Blues.
Great question,
Hey,
Stacey.
conspiracy
Rollo in the hot
question.
seat. That's good.
Oh, look, I'm going to be honest. I wanted you to spray it. So I would have preferred if you were 20 metres closer, to be honest, because you like to flush them from that distance. No, I when you took the mark, I was just like, okay, I'm at peace with anything here. If you miss it, I'll feel bad for you, but we'll get the win. And we just had to win it. It was such a shocking night for the Lions. You can't imagine a worse night to start your season.
It was a good game of footy.
Great game of footy. No, but
two
just
good teams going out. That wasn't that.
Yeah, the compounding with the Kitty Coleman injury was just devastating.
That's
so,
really sad.
But no, I was very happy for you.
Thanks, man.
On a personal level. But yeah, geez, bad loss. But then teams lose the opening game of the year. Good team went up to our house.
Good game of footy.
Knocked us off. Good game of footy.
25 rounds to go, mate. I reckon.
Absolutely, we'll be right.
Keep it in mind.
Right. Focusing on Essendon because we haven't really spoken about it. Your first game in Essendon colours coming up this Saturday afternoon. Traditional rivals Hawthorn.
It's not funny that this is not funny, but this will be Ben's biggest ever crowd probably he's ever played in front of.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you know your biggest crowd?
Yeah, it was
21,000.
Oh, it can't be that low.
No, not quite.
No, you
no,
don't.
no. Sorry, you would have had like a 40.
40. Sure.
No. We had when Rewald and Cochin finished up last year. It was against us.
Oh,
at
yeah,
North
of
Melbourne.
course.
So it was about I'm going to say 59, 60,000, I reckon, which was loud. It was loud, but you can attest to this, Harry. But a lot of the boys have been saying that anything above 80 is just like a different kettle of fish. Like it's significant. And that the club are doing a great job in promoting the game, and it's obviously a traditional rival against Hawthorn, and the club are doing a good job at. I think it's the. I might get this wrong. This is embarrassing, but is it the 84-85 grand final win? Maybe they're going to try and promote that as a bit of a showcase thing. So it's a traditional rival. They're going to try and beat it up and break a record. I think it'd be the biggest home and away crowd between the two clubs. Is that right? If it gets over 80. So
they're expecting 80.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Jeez, on a Saturday
that'll
afternoon.
be a vibe. Saturday afternoon.
Huge
footy
vibe.
is
Yeah,
like elite.
it's like 25 degrees. Like it's
Red
gonna be
footy?
elite. Yeah, red footy.
That's so good. I love that.
So your biggest crowds, I've got them here. That Richmond game was 59.
I was right. There you go.
And then it drops to 45.
Yeah.
So 80.
What was that? At,
North
Perth or something?
North Collingwood at the G in 2022.
Oh, that's right.
And you lost by 7. Was that really? I remember.
That was Nobes' last game.
You led most of the game.
Yeah, that was Nobes' last game.
Yeah.
Last game.
Yeah, so 80 will be cool.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. And it's just an exciting week. Like, there's nerves, there's excitement, there's your typical first game, especially, but every game, it's pretty cool to be able to get into the process of week on week. We've had 2 practice games and you have a week off. And I was saying to someone today, it was just strange not playing last week, watching every other, 8 teams play. It felt like you want to buy almost because we had like a pre-season week. We had 3 main training sessions and it didn't feel like we were a week out from playing. But it's nice to get into that routine now of we'll be playing every week. So
who's going to take over here?
Well, last week we did this initiative, Will.
Yeah.
Where we wanted people to refer to a friend. So when you listen to the show, send it to your friend, and you could go into a running for a t-shirt, basically.
That's right.
So I'm assuming we went pretty well, MJ. Hopefully we got a few to send in.
Yeah,
certainly did.
We got a hat.
Yeah.
We got a sombrero.
That is true.
We didn't even have a normal size hat because we had so many people send them in.
Actually, do you know what this reminds me of? I've got a good photo of Ben wearing a similar hat in Italy.
Why?
Yeah, I think my auntie was wearing it, and Ben tried it on. So.
Oh yeah, we were shopping in Rome.
Yeah.
What, for sombreros?
Ben felt like wearing a
It was pretty hot in Rome, to be fair.
Well,
we'll get that up.
Let me find this photo. You'll laugh.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime,
I'll get it. No, I'll get it.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's just a lady's hat.
Yeah, it's probably not a sombrero. Sorry? Just a lady's hat.
So
does look quite similar. Let me take a photo of Ben now. And we'll do a compare.
Yeah, we can do a side by side. Thanks to the good people at Taco Bill, I believe.
Taco Bill, of course.
Taco Bill, our friends there.
How am I going to get my headphones on with this thing?
But why have you taken all the names out of the hat? Aren't we drawing them out?
Draw out the hat.
That's the point of it.
This is actually a legit thing.
He's walked over.
This bloke's had a nightmare.
Grabbed the hat and just, what's all this rubbish in it?
He's chucked all the names.
Tossed them out. Yeah, we're trying to.
That's my bad.
Correct.
All right, so we're
drawing 3 winners. 3 winners.
3 winners?
1 each.
All right, we'll do 1 each.
To get a free t-shirt, Ben and Harry t-shirt.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Ben's got the first. Congratulations to
Cooking with Kutch.
Well done, Cooking with Kutch.
Kutchy. I got Lance from Hornsby Heights.
Nice. And I have got one from Marnie Clark. So well done to the
Marnie,
three of
Well,
you.
those three. Well, MJ will get in touch, I'm sure.
Ben and Harry t-shirt. Very
And-
limited supply.
And do you want to do it again for next week? Let's just do it one more week.
Okay, one more. Yeah,
Let's go
I
one
like
more.
yeah. If you text someone saying, "Oh, listen to the Ben and Harry." Oh, okay. If you WhatsApp one person, that's the change this week.
Okay.
And, oh, okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you guys want to do it?
I didn't
So
understand that.
let's do it this week. You have to send it into a big WhatsApp group. So,
Right. 3+ people.
and the biggest group maybe
Oh yeah.
wins. I
More
reckon.
entries.
The more yeah. So the bigger the group, the more likely I to win a
Yeah.
t-shirt.
Every
So
5 people in the group, you get an entry.
to confirm, it's just a link to the new episode that drops Tuesday night. So
Yeah.
That's
I
a good
like
point.
it.
I like that.
Good initiative.
very good.
I'll claim that one.
All right, that's fun. All right, Twinners and losers.
Ben and Harry's
I'm so excited for this.
winners
Birds often think I'm a tree.
and losers.
I hate cheese.
Oh my god.
Birds often think I'm a
Are
tree.
you still a tree?
Yeah, I'm not getting any shorter, mate.
All right.
Fair enough.
New Rock. Speaking of New Rock, did you see the end of the New
Yeah, we
Zealand
had it on
test?
at the club today.
Oh my god, what a classic!
Mate,
Did you see it?
Pat Cummins is actually clutch for coming
He's
in.
such a good
does
batsman
it
at the
so
death.
well.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't actually see the last ball, but was there an opportunity for Pat to get off strike so
yeah.
He
Kerry
said
could-
after the game that he didn't even realise
He
was
didn't
on,
even know.
And Kerry didn't seem like he cared. They
Awareness.
seemed like,
No, but that's killer mindset.
yeah, I like it as
Who
well.
cares what we're on? We need the win.
And Kerry was like, nah, as long as we won, I was happy as.
Yeah.
This is great.
I think
Yeah,
that's what
great team.
separates.
That's what makes him a great teammate.
I agree. I
Alright.
thought
Ben's thinking about the ton, and
you're thinking about tons.
Well,
because he's
they
never made
weren't-
one. That's because he doesn't know the feeling. He's never
No.
made one.
It'd be shut up.
Well, you haven't. You never
It'd be
made a
different if they
50.
were 9 down. They were 7 down. They were in complete control. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like they were being challenged, and they were going to drop their wicket. I thought that was an opportunity, but
Yeah. No, I
well
like
done to the Aussies.
We often laugh when I'm walking around the MCG with a mate, and there's this option where you can go. I think it's like Brownlow Walk or Premiership Way. And it's like, which way do you want to go? Do you want the
Yeah.
individual accolade? Do you
Yeah,
want team success?
What do you walk? Where do you go?
Oh, I'm Premiership Way, mate. I'm a handballer.
Sure. We need it. Yeah, when
Yeah.
you get it confirmed by your mate. I reckon.
Yeah, that's true.
New Rock.
I'll take it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you go.
My twinner at the club, we've just gotten a new sauna put in, so that's my twinner. It'd been in the works for about a month or so. So
Nice.
yeah, it's top of the range, great sauna. So
Did it come fully constructed, or did you have to do a bit of building? Did
no,
you
they had
get
to
all the stuff
build it
out
from
of
scratch. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So it took probably 2 months from start to finish, but it's pristine. It's
Wow.
been a great initiative from the club. So that's my twinner. We had one at North, and it got used every day. So
Yeah, our steam room is a massive hit at the club.
Really? So, okay. So I know of athletes that are big sauna people. Do you have any logic behind it? Like, I'm just completely out of
I
the
think
loop.
it's good for sleep. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Do you know what? I'm sure that the
Yeah,
research
so
is.
it does help you sleep a lot. I think any extreme when you go from really hot into really cold like that,
Yeah.
contrast therapy is really good. Probably should know more about the science, but I have to ask Jack Russell. He's all over it.
But you'd take someone like that's word for it.
Oh, yeah,
if
there's
someone like
Yeah,
definitely
that-
there's,
proven,
there's
like-
massive amounts of research on it.
Yeah.
You do a lot of contrast. I think it's good for your sleep, good for your cells in your
There's heaps
body.
of cool-
It flushes out your toxins and stuff with your sweat.
Even
There's a few things.
so they reckon that if you do like a really big aerobic session, right?
Yeah.
And then go straight into a steam room, your heart rate hasn't got a chance to drop yet, so you can get like tiny like aerobic benefits from sitting in like
Squeeze
a
a
steam
bit more out.
room. Yeah. So it's like really cool stuff like that. But it's
Yeah.
great for your sleep.
Yeah, there's probably 3 or 4 really strong pieces of research on it. So yeah, it was awesome to have it in as of last week.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I
bang.
want to get in a sauna.
Yeah, mate, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. My twinner is it's traffic related, but it's a positive
it
traffic.
couldn't be.
It's a positive traffic.
It's a cardinal sin.
Couldn't be.
No, so being up in Brisbane,
You've been pretty good. You've been pretty good for about
wait until I hear
6
it.
months.
He's been holding off on his traffic content.
wait until you hear it before you lay judgment. So we're staying in the CBD in Brisbane, and I think Melbourne should bring it in. But I loved how, so when the pedestrian green light went, there was a countdown clock, so it told you how long you had to cross the road. And I know that happens a bit overseas, but we haven't got that in Melbourne.
At all? That's
Never
never
seen it in
nowhere in Melbourne?
Don't think
If
so.
you've seen it, send it in. Send in a photo. But
I really
Jeez, you
like
might
that.
be
So
right.
I reckon that was a really good way to
Yeah.
do it.
Big in New York, that.
Yeah,
It's
I've seen it
York.
overseas a lot, but
New York.
the countdown clock, so you know when the light's going to change.
Yeah.
when did you go to New York?
I've been a few times, yeah. I love it.
Same.
Do you recommend? I need to go.
Oh, my God.
I went
Best city on
2022.
earth.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah,
I loved it. It was awesome.
yeah. I've been lucky enough to go both summer and winter, which are both
Really?
very different experiences.
Yeah,
Summer
right.
over there is brutal.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
When did you go?
like I think it was August or so. I went to the US Open.
I must have. Yeah, yeah. Same. I went to the US Open.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I went in September.
Yeah,
and
August.
went
September.
to it was like the semi-final of the US Open. Did a Yankees game.
Yeah.
It was round 1 of the NFL at MetLife when the Jets played.
In September, is that
Yeah,
early? Or-
yeah, it was September. So
Yeah, cool.
it worked out really well. We watched 3 or 4 sporting events and
Yeah,
did Empire State. Everything was awesome.
yeah.
I reckon that'll all get cut out, but it was good.
Like just New York chat. Oh, righto.
Righto.
Kick the winning goal and you'll
Yeah.
I don't
think
Twinner
he's
is
a rock star, dude.
countdown clock.
Traffic, shouldn't even count. It was traffic related.
Jeez,
Should be blacklisted.
Um,
You've been good for 6 months. And then,
Oh, so we were boring you, were we?
yeah, well, a little bit. Oh, sick. I went to New York. Yeah, I was there as well.
it can be the Ben and Rollo podcast.
Yeah,
They do some good numbers.
that'd be a popular sleep podcast, I think.
Yeah, like a sauna. Whack that in the sauna.
Had that in the sauna.
Yeah.
Double whammy.
Oh, that's good.
Loser. On a serious note, just wanted to send all our thoughts to Sam Doherty.
Yep,
We
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
love Doc, and it was just it's just gut wrenching. Like it's hard to describe. So
It's hard to believe.
hard to believe, hard to describe.
Was it his same knee he's had 3 on?
No, he's only had 2 on his other leg. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is that right?
Pretty
This
sure.
is
Other
his
leg.
3rd, but yeah,
Yeah.
other leg. Okay.
Yeah. So think of you, mate. We love you, and I know you'll be back out there soon.
2 ACLs in the same game is just devastating.
Unheard of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Same as Kitty Coleman. Obviously, don't know him personally, but that was really
Yeah.
sad. A great player as well. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still the biggest blight on our sport is players losing a year
Yeah.
to one injury. I just don't understand how science hasn't caught up with it. But I guess
Yeah.
who am I to know? It might be really difficult.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm assuming so.
I'm assuming so. Do you think someone would have cracked it? Remember? No, don't worry. Just cut that out.
I kind of.
Who knows? Who was the Collingwood player that came back really quickly, made the grand final? Was it in 2018?
Goldsack.
Goldsack. Tyson Goldsack did an ACL, and he came back in really. It was Lars, and
I think you
remember all
can do that, but then the risk of redoing it is really high, so you have to weigh that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember thinking that was a game changer, but
Anyway,
Loser.
my loser is a discussion. You'd obviously attest to this, Harry, but we obviously get a lot of treatment at the club and externally. So my question is, what's the part of your body that hurts the most when you get treatment? Because I had my hip flex. You know when your hip flex is done and you get released? I thought it was just an interesting topic to chat about.
okay.
It's a strange one.
I like it.
I don't mind it.
It's new.
It's all about insight.
Yeah.
So
First of all, is your loser that you had your hip flexors?
Yeah,
released?
it's just uncomfortable.
Agony.
Agony. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the loser, but I thought we could open up for
Yeah.
discussion.
No, I like it.
none of it's overly pleasant. I don't know, like the ITB.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
ITB.
Actually, sometimes if you have had knee stuff, you have to get that little bit. Yeah, it's ITB on your knee, like that where that connects on,
Like there?
outside there.
Yeah.
VMO is it or ITB? I don't know, but that's really painful.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
ITB, are they like pressure pointing it or is it rolling?
Oh, it's both. Yeah, it's
Yes.
Everything.
It's not fun anywhere there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, maybe the loser isn't. A common misconception is like you say to someone, "Oh, I'm just have treatment, or I have like massage or whatever," and it's like, "Oh, wouldn't that be nice?" And it's like, well, it is, but it's like it's so painful.
Yeah.
And you like when you're a young kid coming in, this is funny. Like you see like an 18-year-old kid come in and like they're just not used to treatment, and they're like
Yeah, they're like jagging off the
yeah.
table.
squiggling on
Yeah.
the table, and then when you've been around a bit older, like you
Grit your teeth
a bit, tougher.
That's a good point.
With that.
See, it's opened up a can of worms. It's good.
That's
So,
good. Good
yeah, the
chat.
misconception of like, oh, that must be so nice. You just get treatment.
Oh, you got a masseuse too.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's
not bad.
That's good. Good, Ben.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Oh, here he is, Mr.
I can't even admit
Mr.
it.
Rockstar. Shut up. Keep the goal, mate.
Can't even
How many
admit it.
times did you watch the replay of it, by the way?
Good question.
I've been saving it.
Yeah.
Be honest, be honest.
No,
We're honest.
hand on heart, I didn't watch it at all until like I got home on like Saturday night.
Really?
It's the day after. Yeah, I didn't really.
None of the boys are like, oh, watch this.
Yeah.
Like
No.
I would have assumed someone would have thrust it in front of you.
No, I didn't see it until yeah, I kind of looked at my phone on Saturday night after got home and picked up Bunny and did a bit of recovery and everything. So yeah, I saw it a couple of times because obviously on Instagram and stuff, people send it to you or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I would have
Yeah.
clocked over 1,000
Yeah,
by now,
well,
I reckon. If I was you,
Yeah.
I would be. It'd be my background.
Was Bunny happy to see you? Was he jumping
he
for
actually
joy?
wasn't at all. He was
flat.
really. He gave me the.
He's
cold
actually a
shoulder,
Brisbane
but-
supporter. Deep down.
Bunny was hoping I missed it.
Yeah, did Bunny get my jumper that I sent? Questions.
Brilliant.
We've got Chris to open.
Hey lads, Chris Panner from Brunswick here. If you could play a game of AFL anywhere in the world in a stadium, where would you want to play? Big fan of the pod. Go Saners.
Go Saints. Now
I like it.
I'm hearing Chris sent that at 2 a.m.
No, we don't mind it.
It's all right.
Just having some thoughts at 2 a.m. It's a really good question.
I love it.
I actually really love it.
It doesn't have to be footy, does it? Like just any sporting event.
No, he said if you could play AFL. Is that was the
it?
question? Yeah, much like we saw the NRL at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas.
She's going back to the
recently.
America trip I went to a couple of years ago.
Here
I went
we
to. I'm answering the question,
No.
mate.
I didn't say anything. Well,
Oh,
He
what you
said,
did.
"Here we go."
Classic Harry buddy comments. I watched the game at SoFi Stadium, the one in LA, the new
LA,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, which was pretty impressive. So I would say that one. Yeah. It's one of those ones where you walk in and the ground level is level 3, if that makes sense, because it's near the airport. They had to dig in, so the playing surface is actually 3 or 4 levels deep. So
Oh, is that right?
yeah, so it's a massive stadium. The ground level is actually level 3 in the stadium, which if that makes sense. But that was awesome.
It's
it was
that far
that
underground.
far underground, yeah.
Wow.
Apparently because of the airport's close by and they could obviously hear the planes flying through. So
Is that completely covered? Is that roofed?
good
can't
question.
remember.
Can't remember.
It is.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
yeah, see-through roof, isn't it? The clear
I
roof.
think
yeah,
so.
you might be right. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome. So probably so far.
Yeah, that's cool. That's where the Super Bowl with the
Yes.
Eminem and Dre. And,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think I went the year after that. Yeah.
Mm.
I went to Barcelona a few years ago,
Oh,
and
good
the
one.
Camp Nou,
Yeah.
where they play soccer, that was so cool.
It's enormous.
Yeah, I think they're redoing a whole new stadium. Could be wrong, but they had like plans to redo it,
Yeah.
big like sky roof and everything. But that was amazing. Like there was 90,000 there just to watch a middle of the year game between Barcelona and Messi. So Leo Messi wasn't playing, but he was in a corporate box and. They halfway through the game, they flicked like the camera to him.
Yeah.
And there was like 7 goals scored that night. It was really cool. But the biggest roar was when they flicked Messi onto the big
Yeah.
screen. He was just like a rock
Rock
star.
star.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But then also, I reckon if we were playing another sport, I reckon like Lords would be so cool to play cricket.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Or Wimbledon. That'd be cool. And centre court
Yeah.
in Wimbledon would be awesome.
Yeah. Nice. Good question, Chris.
Yeah.
Got us
That's
thinking.
good.
Ashley's got the next one.
Hey guys, Ashley from South Marine here. I know you guys banter each other all the time, but are you guys best friends? Are you each other's best friends? Do you get along outside of work? I just need to know. Thanks guys, all the best. Go the Blue Baggers.
Who wants to say no first?
Yeah, well, it's inevitable, isn't it?
We do get asked that a little bit, don't we?
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe when we're growing up, I would say we might have been, but
Yeah. No, as you get older, you drift apart naturally.
From your brother.
Well, no.
you're not meant to.
Jesus Christ.
No, but yeah, I understand.
Not,
you don't
you know,
keep
not
in
drift
touch
apart,
as
but
much.
yeah, you got your own things going on. So
Yeah.
you don't need to be in contact every day, is what I mean. When I
Yeah.
say drift apart.
Yeah.
We don't live together, so
Ben only messages me when he wants something, usually.
I'll send you a nice message on Saturday morning after the game.
Yeah, it was a message.
Oh my God.
What did it
Negative.
say?
I want to read it out.
What did it say?
No, it
This
was
is
a nice
riveting.
message.
Is it wholesome?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had 2 ways to go. It could have been sarcastic or,
Well, yeah, like, oh, nice to finally kick one, kind of.
yeah, I thought you were going to miss it, blah, blah, blah.
Thanks, mate.
So well done on a big win last night. It was great to see you execute late in the game. Hope you've been able to enjoy the feeling.
What a lovely message.
I know. Exactly.
Yeah, I said it was
Yeah.
I said a nice message back, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, nice.
Well, you
Oh,
said
good.
thanks.
Yeah.
Said a thumbs up.
So, yeah, Ashley, they're
Just
best
like a
mates.
message.
Cheers.
He just thumbed it. Oh, that's funny.
But no, we get along well.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
Of course. You're always going to be. Twins are very close. So
Yeah.
thank you, Ashley.
And finally from Joel, and we should apologise to anyone who sent in a message because
Yeah, there was
been a big week,
quite a lot.
yeah, well, we can't get to everyone, but we'll finish with Joel.
G'day boys, it's Joel from Carrotsbrook. Would you rather never have a cold side of the pillow, so no matter how many times you flip it, it'll always be warm, both sides, or you can never get the temperature just right in the shower, so it'll either always be too hot or too cold.
Wow.
Terrific question. Man,
Thanks, Joel. That
there's
is
nothing
awesome.
better than the well, as we said last week,
Dennis
Committee.
Committee.
It was cool.
Oh,
The other
yeah.
side of the
That's
pillow.
his favourite slogan.
Probably what got him thinking about it,
Yeah,
Joel.
maybe. No, I would
Oh.
love the cold side of the pillow. I just couldn't give that up, I don't reckon.
Yeah. You can't muck with sleep, can you?
No, you can't.
Showers
Showers,
it
though.
serves a purpose to clean yourself. You could kind of in and out.
Just cold showers, Wim
Yeah,
Hof style.
Good. That's not a bad point. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd go the other way, I reckon. I mean,
You love showers that much?
no, but I mean, a pillow.
'Cause I
A pillow's
do.
a pillow. I mean,
Yeah, but how annoying is it when it's like the pillow's hot and you can't?
yeah, but you got
sleep?
your aircon on. Or, like, there's ways around it.
No,
I feel
I'm
like
saying it's never going to be cold.
ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but-
room's like freezing, but your pillow's
Your
just
pillow's like
soaking
white
hot.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can get the aircon on. So I reckon I'd go the other way.
Okay. I do treasure my showers. That would really.
In winter.
I felt there was ways around the other one, but the shower, you just, it'd be nice to nail it.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a good question.
Good. Jeez, good app, boys.
We've had a great app.
Well done. Just kick winning goals more often.
Yeah,
and,
no
and
worries,
we'll be
mate.
we'll be up and about.
Yep,
that's true.
Carlton Richmond on Thursday, big game, huge crowd.
Yep.
What do I reckon? 90?
Yeah, between 85 and 90 was the early mail, but
Carlton home game.
Carlton home game.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So looking forward to seeing all the Carlton
That'd
supporters
be-
for the
that'd be
first time in
huge.
2024.
The Blues brothers and
Hopefully
sisters.
we can get as many. Yeah, we need to get that going.
Get that going.
See what we can do.
And then Essendon Hawks Saturday Arvo traditional time slot
Yeah,
1:45.
Bring it on.
Red
Yeah, cool.
Sharon.
Good luck,
Yeah.
mate.
Thanks, man.
Hopefully it's good
First
weather.
game as a bomber.
Yep, that's it.
Am I going to get invited down to the rooms to present your jumper?
Why would you present the jumper?
Well, like you know how they bring the families down to present
Yeah.
the jumper.
They normally do a past legend of the club.
No, so I wouldn't
Historically.
I wouldn't be presenting the jumper, but I'd be there.
You'd be
You
watching.
can
yeah.
come if you want.
Yeah, I'm busy, but
Yeah. Are you actually going to go? You're going to go to?
I wouldn't have thought.
Good. I haven't got a ticket for you.
Why are you wearing 32, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good story.
Oh,
I had a,
hang
so
on.
here we
no,
go,
no.
mate.
We had a player sponsors night last week.
Yeah.
And these two blokes came up. He's like, "Sorry, Ben. Sorry to interrupt, but just like, why do you wear 32?" And they were like dead serious. I was like, I don't know if they're listening to the podcast or not. Or,
How long have you got, boys?
yeah, I was like,
Well, if you want to
I
read
was
my
like-
essay, here's my handle.
I said, "Boys, I don't know if you're being serious or not, like you." But and they're like, "No, I'm serious. Like, how come?" And they could see him sort of half cracking up, and I was like,
Oh,
"You've listened to the podcast,
That's
haven't you?" They're
so
like,
good.
"Yeah, we have."
ah,
Yeah.
that's great.
That's brilliant.
Oh, that is brilliant. I got
Well,
to
boys.
tip my hat to that. That was
Oh,
quite funny.
tip the hat.
Shout
That's
out to
great.
those lads. Hopefully they're listening. But
Nice. Great app.
Very
awesome.
good.
Well done.
Have a good week.
Insta and TikTok at Ben and Harry Podcast. Send the DMs. We answer them as always. Give us a follow,
Say good day.
like, subscribe. Send it to your WhatsApp chat. You'll be
Yep.
in the running for a t-shirt.
Beautiful.
Bang.
Go Blues.
Go Dons.
Nice.